Hello, everybody. Happy full moon fuckery. We have the amazing cannabis nurse Olga with us of Ananda Health and Holistic. I jumbled that. Please say
No,
it
but you got
properly
it.
for
You
me.
got it. Ananda Holistic and Wellness. You got it.
Okay. Um, Full disclosure, Amanda and I both go to Olga as our cannabis nurse and provider for our recertifications. Because
For many reasons.
for many reasons, but among them is she knows her shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Gosh.
Well, Lexi.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it from here. Tell us about your journey. The fact that you are now an FNP, which is doctoral level shit. Congratulations.
Thank you. So it has been a journey, right? Like um I got started in cannabis back in 2019 when the cannabis program first opened up. I guess it was 2018, wasn't it? When the cannabis program first came to Maryland.
December 2017 was when it opened for the dispensary.
There
Yeah.
we go. See, I didn't catch wind of that until January of 2018, when my management doctor was like, so I had been in pain management. I have Ehlers-Danlos, I have fibromyalgia, PTSD, a lot of things that I really was not diagnosed. I had the PTSD and the fibromyalgia, but I didn't have an Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis at the time. I was just in a lot of pain, and I didn't know why I was in a lot of pain. And every now and again, one of my joints would fall apart, and I was just like, okay, I guess I'll go get that put back together. So I just kept having surgeries, and after a while, I'm just like, okay, enough. We got. I was using a lot of Vicodin at the time, probably from 2012 until 2018. I was on Vicodin. And you know what happens with narcotic pain medication, right? You start at like the 5 milligram once a day, and by 10 years later, or
Then
like,
you're on Dilaudid plus Oxy.
Exactly. I'm on a pain patch. I'm on, pain medications, and I'm kind of a mess as well, right? Like I'm not really thinking of myself as an addict, but also not really understanding why, like, everything around me was messy. I'm emotionally labile. I'm more traumatized than ever. Just lashing out at people. It's a mess. Like, I'm having a really difficult time in my life. Not been a nurse for way before that, so not putting that together was really just like, duh. But I just didn't attribute that, and I'm like, okay, either I'm in pain or going on. One day, my son, as you all know, Timmy, my adult son, he had a sprained ankle, and he went to the ER, and at this point, I'm on like 20 milligrams of oxycodone plus my pain patch every day. And he gets like a 5 milligram Vicodin, and he takes the Vicodin and he sits down, and maybe like an hour later, he comes out of his room and he was like, "You have a problem." And I was like, what do I do? I'm just sitting here trying to enjoy my day.
Where did this come from?
He's like, "I'm high." He was like, and so he goes over and he grabs my bottle of medicine. So he's like, "If you're taking this," he's shaking it in my face. "If you're taking this, that means that you're high like this all day." He's like, "I've seen you drink. I've seen you drive the car. I've seen you do this. I've seen you do that. And you're high." Because if I'm, and he's going off. I'm like, of course, after your kids tell you that you're a junkie, you're like,
oh,
okay, we got to do something, because that ain't cool. Maybe like about 4 hours later, he leaves, comes back with a bag of weed. Just randomly. He's just randomly leave.
He's like, "We're going to fix this."
That's nothing. Comes back in a couple hours later. He's got this sack, like a grocery bag with some weed in it. I was like, what? "You got to smoke this." It just hands me this grocery bag of weed. I was like, I'm not going to smoke weed, trying to. Now, I had my son very young. I was 14 when I had him. I used to smoke all the time. So he's like, he's saying to me, "So I know you used to smoke weed because I remember." And I'm like, "Oh, well, excuse me." So he's like, "It's time for you to try it again, because, you even, as a nurse, they don't teach you anything about cannabis. They just don't. Even medical doctors, they don't teach you anything. It is considered a schedule 1, which means that it's not safe for anybody. So why would they teach us about that, right? Just like they don't teach us about how they consider it crack cocaine. They don't teach us about methamphetamines, right? You don't learn about that stuff because it's all illicit. Cannabis is also classified as an illicit substance, so you don't learn anything. So I was like, I'm not gonna smoke weed, you know, I'm a nurse. My son has a way of nagging me until I do things. He's very good at it. It's how he got me to quit smoking cigarettes, just by
I
being
remember that one specifically.
yeah, he kept stealing them and selling them and then sending me pictures of the money. I was like, so
It's a good thing you're an adorable little shit and I love you.
exactly. Because you could die for this, but
Yeah.
But also to kind of go back to the illicit thing, and here's what I think is complete bullshit. Is even if a substance is illicit, medical professionals should be taught everything about it because of the overall effects that it has on like neurology, like full systemic thing. Like you need to know what you're combating when you have someone who does have that medical condition.
Exactly. Not to mention how to treat it if they come in overdose or in withdrawals. You need to know these things. They don't. They don't. It's literally like they pay me, decent to go into hospitals and do that because doctors don't know how to do it. They decline to. Like I can tell you how much the good fentanyl costs and how much the bad fentanyl costs, and I can tell you what the difference is between the two on the street. Not because I use it, but because that's my job to know. So the doctors don't want to know that. They think that's lowbrow and beneath them, and that's fine. It's not beneath me because these people are going to die.
Yeah. It's public health. It's a public health crisis.
Exactly.
They need help, not shame.
But these younger doctors, I get it. There's a lot of the people that I see in the hospitals, especially like the teaching hospitals like Hopkins or university. The doctors are very young. And I'd say probably 80% of them are coming from affluent families, don't know anything about, street life. They don't know anything about that gritty, drug life. So again, and that's fine. Yeah. If you don't want to, you're worried that you may not do the right thing, call me. You know what I mean? Like send me my referral and I will go in there and I will get the information and give you all the recommendations you need. So that's, I just believe everybody's worth saving. So that's all there is to that,
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're willing to admit it is a known unknown. I stopped giving my dog CBD when her liver got affected because the doctor's like, look, everything is going to be a little bit tough from here. That's the known unknown. And I'm like, that's completely fine.
Yeah. So. And that's a beautiful, did it help?
Yeah, the new meds help. She got switched off on the anti-inflammatory pain medication and added a liver supplement, and she's doing a lot better.
Great.
Yeah.
I know that CBD works so great for the pets. Jill, she has the teeny tiny, I can't remember what the type of dog it is, but it's a little teeny tiny white dog. And I gave the dog a little tiny piece of a CBD dog treat and the dog was KO'd all afternoon. I was like, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drug him. He was feeling good though. He was really like,
yeah. And like for her, she's so energetic. Like I got her the calming ones and I was like, all right, twice a day because you're over 80 pounds, you monster.
They say it really helps. It really, not just with dogs. The best story recently, because I'm not the cannabis nurse and I haven't been preaching these same things for ages, right? So recently, my son is just an anxious mess. He just, I can't imagine where he got it from. Right? Like, that's
absolutely funny.
One of those things about like inherited trauma that I really hate. Is that he didn't have to live through the things that I lived through, but he did have to live through me, right? And so he just picked up some of my habits, some of which were not great because I didn't go to trauma counseling until he was almost an adult. So He's picked up a lot of that, just like getting anxiety, getting spun up about things that aren't necessarily an emergency. He does that, and it drives me crazy because I'm like, we can't both be like this. So I gave him a bottle of
Fun
CBD,
times.
right? Like, we're gonna drive each other nuts. And he starts taking this CBD oil twice a day. And then about 5 days in, he's like, I feel like something's wrong with me. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know. Somebody was griping at me at work and I didn't even care. He was like, and then, like I got in trouble the other day and like
Something's wrong because everything's okay.
And right. And he's like, everything is just, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm like, so it's the CBD. Like I've been telling you for 5 to 12, 18 years. I've been saying this so now he's like, give me more CBD. So yeah.
You should just walk in one day with the grocery bag of CBD.
Right. Here's your CBD and just plop it on the
That's so cool.
Pets, and it's great for people. That's a fact.
I love the relationship you guys have. That it's just so beautiful. It really is.
If you were in the house with us, sometimes you'd be like, these two are psychotic, but
in the best loving way.
But sometimes, but that's just parenting. I think sometimes you're just ready to strangle your kids, but I could definitely have had a worse son, so I will not complain. But so yeah, moving on from there, we started, my pain management doctor had actually was saying that maybe the year before, so 2017, he was like, I can't keep prescribing for you if you're going to smoke weed. So this was probably about 2 years before the program came. But as it turns out, my pain management doctor likes money. So he did continue prescribing for me while I smoked weed for 2 whole years. He kept prescribing and then fussing at me. And then he stopped doing
because he has to if he's going to,
right. And then for a while they just stopped drug testing me. And then finally the card, the medical program came in that January. He was like, he did my first certification for free. He was like, because you're putting my license at risk. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, you could stop prescribing for me. Don't do that. But you don't want to lose that patient, right? Because pain management, you can guarantee they'll be back every month. It's not like primary care. And pain management patients will come back. So
absolutely. We can't miss an appointment. We have to be there. It's a written script that you have to have in your hand. Right?
And when you run out of like, I can't function. So yeah. Now he's lost a patient because after I got my card, I started using stuff from the dispensary and discovered RSO, and that was it. Game over. Came off the narcotics, game over. I do my little NSAIDs though. So like my Celebrex, I swear by my Celebrex. I do like that.
Yeah, when I find my new rheumatologist, I think I want to try to get back onto Celebrex because that did help a lot. It really did.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just I'm not anti-pharmaceuticals. I'm just like use in minimum dose. That's mostly what we're trying to do. That, and the pricing is also another. I ran into a barrier today with a patient that I had transitioned off of opiates onto cannabis and Suboxone. And then it was maybe like in December. And then I see them today back in the ER. And I was like, what happened? And this man looked me in the face and was like, fentanyl is $3 a pill. Weed is $50 an eighth. And I was like, what can I even say to that? What can I say to that? He's right.
Yeah.
The pricing in this state is, I mean, it's not just here. I'm told it's everywhere, but the pricing
Florida and Louisiana are even worse.
I can imagine. Florida's a hellhole.
It truly, but
Louisiana, I'm surprised.
I'm not. Look at how I'm going to rant about that. No, Louisiana.
I guess everything else is so cheap in Louisiana. I figured, come on now.
Yeah.
They saw them dollar signs and
that's how everything is. It's very money-based market, and they're just not going to care about patients. So we're just going to have to figure out ways to make it accessible for ourselves or for each other.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so thrilled we have home grow now. Granted, I can't grow yet because reasons. It's coming. But yeah, it's coming.
Are you growing, Amanda? Have you grown yet?
No, not yet. We don't have any place like that's covered or anything like that yet. And like, I have to empty the shed, and then it's going to be the she med shed, and hopefully do something out there. So, yeah, that will be. It'll be so nice. Yeah. I think that a couple of my friends have started growing and everything, and they've gotten some beautiful plants.
I've seen, some people are doing great. I love it. I don't have a green thumb, but I love watching other people do it. And eventually I do want to do it because that's going to be the most cost-effective way.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to doing it, but we gotta do stuff on here at the house has to come first. Like we gotta put in a French drain, replace the side steps, redo some plumbing, redo some electrical.
Hey, at least you got the house, okay? I'm in an apartment. I get my house first, okay?
Yeah.
So I feel you on that. No worries.
But I'm looking forward to it because I'm just very thankful because I'm allergic to opiates.
Okay.
So
what do you do if you say were to break a bone?
For breakthrough pain? Okay, so I can take the lowest possible dose I can take is, what is this? I take a 5 milligram hydrocodone acetaminophen.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's the 5/325.
Right.
And I cut that in half.
Okay. Okay. And then that doesn't give you too much of a reaction?
It knocks me out, but at least it's not knocking me out for 20 hours.
Ooh, was that what the normal dose does? Wow.
But
well, you shouldn't feel any pain if you're not conscious.
I mean, okay, but even then, I don't do that unless like that's a surgery level.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even touch shit unless it's surgery. But other than that, I do Advil and Tylenol.
Okay. Okay.
And before cannabis, I was taking our narcotic dose of 2 Advil, 2 Tylenol every 4 to 6 hours, like clockwork.
Oh, yeah, that's so unhealthy. No, no good. No good.
So yeah, cannabis has literally saved my life and my organs.
Agreed. Agreed. For I think lots of people, even the people that are using it recreationally. So many people that I talk to, I'm like, well, okay, but why are you using cannabis? It's a lot of the same reasons people use alcohol, so they don't think that it's you know what I mean? They're like, well, you come home from work and you have a drink to unwind. Okay. But if you come home from work and have a joint to unwind, it's medical. And when I tell them that, they're like, I never thought about it that way. But that doesn't make it not that way, though. Just because you didn't realize that it was medical use, that's still medical use. You're stressed out from your work day. You get home, you want to bring your anxiety levels down, you want to relax. You could take a Xanax. Or, you could have a drink, or you smoke it, but it's all medical. Even the alcohol, it's just alcohol doesn't have much medical benefits, but it's still
has a lot of medical downsides.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's one. I would almost rather patients do fentanyl. I can get you off of fentanyl. You can withdraw from fentanyl. You're gonna be uncomfortable. You're gonna call me names, but you'll live. Alcohol, you might die. And that's one, like, I really want people to stop doing benzos. Stop using alcohol unless you're prescribed the benzos, because then there's a chance that you're using them a little more safely. But the people buying them from the street, my God, because if you use benzos every day for a month and then go into withdrawal, there's an excellent chance you're going to have, and then just stop using them. Within 2 days, you will likely have a seizure. You may seize your brain to mush. Please don't do that. Alcohol and benzos are the worst.
I used to take Klonopin, and I took 1 milligram 3 times a day because of my anxiety.
Okay.
I think it was probably 6 years ago now. Nobody could get to the doctor's office to pick up the physical prescription.
Okay.
I had to stop taking it cold turkey. Going off of Dilaudid and Oxy cold turkey was way easier. because
Yeah.
that's like nothing. But
What
coming off of
every
Klonopin,
patient across the board says, the benzo withdrawal is the worst. It's the worst. I wish that they would tell people that before they prescribe it. You know,
I just
also,
wish they wouldn't be so quick to push it too.
and
seriously.
it's so easy to be like, okay, well, let's increase the dose, because most, especially with Klonopin, that starts really low. But I was taking 3 milligrams a day for years.
That had to be a painful withdrawal. It had to be.
Yeah. And then, like, with right now, like, yeah, of course my anxiety is not controlled. I used to be on 3 milligrams of Klonopin a day. Hydroxyzine, 25 milligrams twice a day isn't exactly an equivalence.
I take the hydroxyzine to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Hydroxyzine is that's one I use a lot for people, just because it's a lot, it's not as habit forming. It's still
Yeah, and it does cut the edge. Like, just like I won't spin out as quickly or as bad,
Yeah.
and I can catch myself easier, but it's still not easy at all. And I have
Sure.
to meditate, and I have to be mindful of everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Are
I
you
will,
using your vape as well?
Yeah, and I
Okay.
use CBD and the cannabis. And I'm not on many pharmaceuticals, but it's been working pretty well. But I guess it's good that I'm disabled. I don't have to deal with the public much. I stay home mostly.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd like
I know.
that's a
I,
good thing.
that's okay. I wish I could go back to work. So it's one of
It's,
these days.
it's
I'm just gonna go
overrated,
back.
I promise
I
you.
know. like I hate people, but I miss them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
People are
small
also
doses would be
overrated.
cool.
They suck. People
Yeah.
suck.
individuals are great. People,
Right.
nah, a
People,
pass.
people suck. Yes.
But I
Individual.
will say another good thing about cannabis and CBD is it helps manage anxiety, depression, and PTSD
Mhm.
very well. Like I finally in my late 30s was able to get a psychiatric NP. It
Okay.
was amazing.
Yeah.
She
Wonderful.
put me on the lowest dose of Buspiro,
Okay.
and I'm still on that lowest dose
Mhm.
through a pandemic where I
Right.
was considered acceptable losses
Yep.
because of cannabis. The other thing is 2020, Amanda can tell you, oh, 1 week I lost my Uncle David. The next week I lost my cat Martha. The week after that I lost my cat Edie. So it's just like, yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. They say
And
it
I
comes.
was in that place, and I called her up and she's like, let's try you on the lowest dose of Lexapro, of escitalopram.
Mhm.
Leveled me straight the fuck out.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm still doing, like, I'm making gummies from the carts. I'm doing I'm doing I'm doing
All
flour,
the
I'm doing
things, right?
concentrate, I'm doing all the things. But I mean, I'm still on that lowest dose because between therapy and a psych NP who likes to do things on an herbal level,
Good. Good.
that is like nutrition, um, supplements. Like she has me on like, you need vitamin B, you need the complex, you need the folic acid,
Oh yeah.
you need, like, she is like, not, let's break it down on what your body needs instead of just throwing pills at it.
Exactly. I love that.
So it's just like, I wish there was more comprehensive education on all of it.
Yeah. It's so, I think they just, everything, I'm not even sure how to explain it, right? Like in other countries, they do use a lot more herbal medications, but they don't have the pharmaceutical market that we have here. We have a really, really, so everything in this, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Everything in this country is revolves around money.
Mm-hmm.
So the pharmaceutical companies in this country can lobby to have their pharmaceuticals be front line, even if it's not the right treatment or the preferred treatment.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the treatment that's offered to you because that's the company that stood in front of whoever and decided that they were going to be the only person, the only one that can offer this particular treatment for this particular thing. And so cannabis is a great example. Their pharmaceutical companies are spending bajillions of dollars to lobby to keep cannabis Schedule 1, and it works. The reason why cannabis is still Schedule 1 isn't really, it's not so much stigma here in the United States as it is they just don't give a shit.
No. Well, and it's actually even more insidious than that. The United States is the only country, the only what's the least racist colonialist bullshit term I could do? The only industrialized, like, first world kind of country that allows, actually, the United States is the only country on the planet. No other country allows direct marketing of pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. And most other places cap their pharmaceutical costs as well.
Yeah, they do.
You're not paying out of pocket. Like even if you go to England and you go to England and you need an inhaler, you're looking at maybe $12 to $15.
If
you
that.
go here and you need an inhaler, you're looking at $300 to $400.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, America is the only country on the planet that lets these drug companies market directly. And what people, and they always go R&D, R&D. No, it's not. It's advertising and lobbying.
Yeah, just like everything else.
Yeah, so it's just
like everything else. I think this year should be the year that everybody should really understand these people in the government they're not there to help you. They are there to directly harm you as long as they don't care, as long as the money makes it to where it's supposed to make it to. They're trying to make life easier for their buddies, not for us. So just, we always have to remember that. That's why we have so much garbage food in this country.
Well, look, and that's what people don't understand. We are not the constituents of the politicians.
No.
The corporate donor class are their constituents.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just.
So that's what we are. So their constituency is the pharmaceutical companies. So cannabis will stay on the schedule. It'll stay Schedule 1. People have been reposted, which every time I see it, I get irritated. They're reposting Joe and Kamala's speeches. Oh, cannabis can be too. I'm like, are y'all aware that Joe and Kamala are in office right now? They're in office right now. So they don't need your vote in November to make changes to cannabis scheduling. They're in office right now. So if they're telling you that they need your vote in order for them to change cannabis scheduling, they are lying to you. They have both put massive amounts of people in jail for cannabis. And I get that people can change their standpoint on things, but they haven't. They've seen no evidence of that.
It's all been
Kamala's little meeting that she did, her little summit. The person that she got to come sit down and talk with her was Fat Joe. Joe, what the fuck does Fat Joe have to do with cannabis? We got
everything apparently.
We got Dr. Ethan Russo is a world-renowned cannabis researcher, but you figured Fat Joe was the person you needed to talk to because he's a doctor? No. He's some kind of researcher? No. He makes catchy music though, so. But if that doesn't tell people that they're not taking any of this seriously, I don't know what else will. Because the FDA made their recommendations some years ago. I think 2021, the FDA made those recommendations that it should be rescheduled at Schedule 3, which would put it with Tylenol with codeine. It's a pretty low scheduling. Tramadol.
Like you need the prescription for it, but
But, you need a prescription, but it doesn't have to have all the DEA numbers and everything. And you can just get it prescribed and be done with it. That's reasonable. Okay, it's not great, but it's reasonable.
Yeah, because we have to be certified anyway. We see
the recommendations. You have all the research you need, and you have your like 80-something% of the Democratic constituency saying that they want this. So
and the Republican and a plurality of the Republican constituency.
Exactly.
There is a plurality, like this is a broad spectrum support.
So make it make sense. And people are like, well, he said he's our best hope. He's your best hope for shit. Joe Biden loved its marketing. Joe Biden and Donald Trump are the same person. Just one of them knows how to talk better.
Actually, no, I'm going to draw a line for you on that one. I got to just push back just a little bit. Mango Mussolini is actively out to kill us and end democracy.
That is true. He is. That is true.
Now, like I said, I am no fangirl of Biden. Okay, I'm not. He is my harm mitigation choice.
I know. And at this point, I guess my only real issue with Biden is that again, it's just marketing. He knows how to say things nicer, but the policies at the end of the day are the same.
Yeah.
Immigration thing is a perfect example because it's the same immigration policy that Trump.
Oh, that was a bluff call.
That
was a strategy call. That was a bluff. Like Amanda can tell you, I've marinated in the DC soup from in utero. I understand how that swamp works way more than any person should ever be subjected to. That was
it's like her special interest too. So
yeah.
Yeah,
The whole that was a bluff call. That was a bluff call. He knew damn well that if he tried to fix the problem, that it would get tanked because Corleone needs the issue to run on. So if he fixed the problem, how conservative
that's everything, right? Like that's Democrats' entire platform. And that's what most of us, like at least in the advocacy space, have been saying is that if your whole platform is, if you don't vote for us, bad things will happen, then we vote for them. Bad things happen. And then you're like, well, worse things will happen if you don't vote for us next time. That's your whole platform. Then you're both the same party.
Right. It is, but it's just like, okay, who's actively trying to kill me right now is what it comes down to.
In order to stop that guy from actively trying to kill you, you have to vote for me. Then we vote for them. You still let that guy kill us.
Yeah.
But then tell us he's going to kill even more people if we don't vote for you again the next time. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So, but you're in office right now and you can fix some of these things right now. Roe versus Wade could have been fixed. Don't tell me you're going to do something about it your next term.
It could have been done in Obama. It could have been done in the Obama administration. He had a super majority in both houses. That ERA could have been passed. Reproductive could have been codified.
So many things.
But whatever. We're off track.
Right, there's like so many things. So we just know that, you know, it's rough out here, and cannabis is also subject to the same treatment of, you know, and I notice other countries are just as bad. Not all of them, but there's a lot of other countries that are.
Vote local people, school board, town council, because that's where all these bullshit people happen. It's where they start.
They just go right on up their weird ladder as they meet more weird people. So
and they don't want to learn. So like when I sat in front of the state council and tried to, this is one of the ones where we were trying to convince them to allow workers' comp to cover cannabis products for people that have been injured. And of course they were like, no, but even, and workplace protections. And they were like, well, we don't see how that's, you know, our business to get involved in. So you think it's appropriate for you to tell a patient how much they can use every month. That's appropriate for you, but it's not appropriate for you to protect the people that are using the cannabis, even though you literally are the governing body.
Yeah.
Again, it's like talking to nobody. And I probably won't do that again because I don't have the temperament to sit in front of a panel full of white men with all that attitude. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I
don't know how you ever. Oh my goodness.
Because Aaron Shepard was with me. So like he's a nice, right? Like he's
so amazing
for somebody like me to be on a panel with, because Aaron is like the anti-Olga, right?
Yeah.
He's white male. He has a very nice calming tone to him. He's, you know, he's very respectful and he's well, he speaks well. His
Yeah,
story is
he really
compelling.
does.
So it was the perfect person to be there with. Because
He's
Aaron,
also not a mediocre white man.
right. Aaron
Yes.
is really, really like, and that's why I say his story is so compelling and he's been through so much. And I figured if they would listen to anybody, it was going to be him, honestly, because like the stuff that he'd been through with his back and his pain and years of it.
Oh my.
Trying to explain to them, I need workers' comp to pay for this because, you know, like I don't have income because I'm on workers' comp.
Yeah.
Like, but I need my medicine or else I'm going to be out longer, not work, you know. So he was, but like I am not the best person to talk to these groups of people because I'm like,
Oh my God. Okay, so I put a thing on, I
Oh.
shared a thing on Facebook. It hit my timeline because I'm a savage. But it's like, I'm gonna let Karma fix it because if I fix it, I'm going to jail.
exactly.
So I shared that with it. If you know, you know. My Aunt Christina responded with a laugh emoji because in my family, Abuela was the queen savage.
Okay.
Long may she enjoy
lying.
her
Abuelas
eternal rest.
usually are, okay.
Okay,
It
that
was
woman
something
died
for
at,
a tiny little thing.
Right. They
she
almost
died at,
always are small and
she died
mighty.
at 97,
Woo.
complete badass. She's the one who taught me how to walk, talk, cook, bake, knit, crochet, sew. She taught me all of it. Like she was my third mom
Oh, I love
because
that.
I just my mom, my stepmom, and abuela.
Mhm.
So, in order of savagery, it's kind of by age. We all ascend
Order of
to our
savagery.
next level of savagery. So, it's Abuela, then Carmen, then Christina, then me. So, when I posted that and Christina started laughing, I'm like, yeah, she's witnessed it. She witnessed it.
She already knows what it looks like.
Yeah.
Are you guys planning on going to the cannabis festival?
I really want to go. There's such an amazing lineup for the 420 festival weekend. And like the year that I went down by myself, I didn't stay long because I was having too much pain and I didn't go with anyone. So it's kind of hard to, keep your mood up. And I was kind of bummed because it was the year Wiz Khalifa was down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like I saw the lineup this year, and I was like, I mean, if somebody goes with me, and if I might.
It's a
It's
lot to run around in there at RFK Stadium,
oof.
especially if you have like a walker or a cane. It's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
had the wheelie walker that year.
Yeah, it's a. I'm only planning on going one day.
It's off the table for me because I just got this adorable service pup who needs all the training.
Aw.
He's such a good boy. He's picking up on it really fast. But that's going to be a lot of people. It's in
Oh
DC,
yeah.
which is my trauma hot spot.
Oh,
I mean, Amanda and I did the protest thing in
4th of
2021.
July.
Yeah,
okay.
I survived. It was good.
Right.
But I
We
mean,
only got lost a couple times because
yeah.
every time I go somewhere, it's a real adventure.
But I mean, it's just
2020 was wild.
RFK is such a huge thing. I used to go there all the time when mom was at WAPO because that was one of her contractor perks for the post was season
Cool.
tickets for the football team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs taught me how to cuss.
Oh,
So anyway, like it's so many people. It's in April, and Maryland Sheep and Wool is always like the last weekend in April or the first weekend in May. I have yet to go, and this year that is my goal. That I want to go to Maryland Sheep and Wool. So it's like,
I gotta look that up. I don't even know what that is.
it's for yarn and it's for knitting, crocheting, and spinning in yarn, wool into yarn junkies. Where people bring their sheep and their alpacas and they bring in their braids of fiber that needs to be spun, their hand dyed yarns, all that. And it's all like it's all these indie small farms and so it's just like I got pick one. I got pick
That's
one.
cool. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, it's May 4th and 5th this year. And it's at the Howard County Fairgrounds.
Okay, that's the weekend. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's just like, no, cannabis festival's off the table for me.
right. Okay. That is fine. It's generally very packed and
Yeah,
you're
that is
tired by the
not
end of
good
the
for
day.
my PTSD at all,
Right.
especially in DC.
Seriously. I went out to see the cherry blossoms this weekend, but it was ridiculous. So we went
Wow.
out for about 10 minutes and then back to my son's house because I was like, this is too much. I cannot take all these people. I don't even know how these people can take all these people. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and then
So
they're
are-
just wandering around in the middle of the street. I was like, if I was in a car, I would kill somebody. I would definitely be irritated as hell. This is insane.
I moved to the mountains because I don't want to be around people.
Right. So yeah, I'm in the city now. I could see not staying here for a long time though. Like I don't love it's the pandemic that did it. I turned into an antisocial gremlin after the pandemic, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good with it.
So it just made me worse.
yeah,
Right.
mine was worse because I quit working, and then pandemic was about 10 years after that.
Okay.
And then so the past 4 years, it's been like just a bunch of really staying at home and not going anywhere.
Right.
So
Right. The introverts are like, hey, can we get
yeah,
another
I
pizza?
was like, this is really nice. Why didn't we try this before? Just stay at home.
Oh, hey, I'm not going to get guilted for being a hermit anymore. I can deal with it.
You know, I wish that people had not gone back in. Like, what were they going to do? What were they going to do if everybody refused to go back into work? What were they going to do?
Right?
I
All
can't
new
fire
people?
everybody.
Right. Exactly. So I was like, if we don't know how to protest properly. Like the French, they just be throwing things through
Oh,
the
those
president's
farmers.
living
I
room
love
window.
those farmers. They put manure everywhere. They were using cinder blocks and
Exactly.
blocking in the
They
Exactly.
shut
politicians.
down the politicians' electricity because they were
Exactly.
because they were all unionized. The union's like,
I loved it
want to
so
fuck
much.
with my pension? All right.
That's it. That's
It was
how you protest,
beautiful.
people. That's how you protest. Okay. We should go. But of course, we know that we will definitely get shot in the face if we try that here. So
I
Yeah, it's a
mean,
little
yeah.
different. Yeah.
I had a
Oh.
number of journalist friends who were literally shot in the face during the BLM protests. And they
ooh,
were clearly more like they were wearing the press vests and all that. Like they were clearly identified as press, and they still got rubber bullets to the eye and
oh
cheek
yeah,
and
I'm
all
not
that.
that's they all the things that they swear that they don't do, they actually do. That's usually
Mhm.
how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So crazy.
So
Oh.
you also do primary care to get us back on your track to Ananda Holistics.
Oh,
So
if I could interject for just 1 second.
Yes.
On the Cannabis Festival, are you doing any speaking at the thing, like during one of the
yeah, I'm gonna do
that
a
was
panel on, of course, on cannabis and healthcare disparities as per usual. So
nice.
my niche topic. So yes, I will be there Saturday
Hey, you
in
need to
the
keep
health and
talking
wellness
about it until it's no longer a problem.
which means
Yeah.
I'll be talking about it for the rest of my life, but that's okay
Yeah.
because
Like if you want me to shut up, fix the problem. It's
basically
really that easy.
Yes.
we're not, the government isn't going to help us. I just keep saying that the government is not going to help us. We are going to have to save ourselves. So if we don't get out here and do the work, who will?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the primary care office, I am still setting up. I was extremely optimistic in thinking that I could just get attached to insurances within 2 or 3 months. No big deal. It does not work like that. Apparently, it takes like 6 to 9 months. So I'm in the process of getting attached to multiple insurances. And then once I get attached to insurances, I will open my physical location in Columbia. So that's where we will be.
Nice.
Hey, that's
But can
cool.
do cash visits now. I charge $50 a visit. I could do prescription refills. I prescribe just about anything except for narcotics. I don't do narcotic prescriptions, just because generally if you need the DEA tracks everything that I prescribe. So really, if I'm or any narcotic that I prescribe, so I really need a good reason to do it. you'd be better off with a doctor. But I'd be more than happy to refer somebody to a pain doctor, or, mental health or whatever you need, but yeah, I can offer all those services, but basic refills, antibiotics, inhalers, things like that, I can always get going. Hydroxyzine, I gave somebody.
Yeah, I was about ready to ask. So like I can fire my psych NP and be like, okay.
I can definitely do that. Yeah, so basic disease management, asthma, high blood pressure, things like that we'll be doing, in addition to weight loss services, if anybody is interested. I don't do a whole lot with weight management because I'm more like focused on health as opposed to actual numbers.
Yes.
That's
If numbers look good, we're just going to worry about staying healthy, right? We're not going to worry about taking off a whole bunch of weight. Because some people are just thicker. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And also classes. I want to also give some classes, just teaching people how to make products in their home, teaching people which herbs pair up best with your medications or with your cannabis, the best ways to break your meds up, like the best way regimen. Like this, here's the thing. People use cannabis kind of willy-nilly. And then they're like, it doesn't work for me. I'm trying to get relief for this thing. I actually had oh my goodness, a good referral early, right before I got on with you guys. Poor fella was taking a tolerance break, and he didn't hit me up before he took the tolerance break, so I could give him some good advice. No. He hit me up about 3 weeks into his tolerance break. He went into full withdrawal, like from the cannabis. He said he was intaking about 150 to 200 milligrams a day of cannabis. Now, some people need that amount, right? Because they don't feel it, but because that is a higher dose, if you cold turkey that, there's a good chance you will have some withdrawal symptoms. So he was having the gambit, the nausea, the trouble sleeping, irritability, the whole nine. So,
sweats and all, yeah.
You got to taper if you're a high utilizer that has to take a lot of THC to feel it. You need to give yourself time to taper down to get it out of your system, because just because you don't feel it doesn't mean it's not saturating all of your receptors, because it is. So for that,
it's a cumulative medication.
Exactly.
Yeah, it stores in the fat as well,
down
right?
the same way, come down slowly. And then I was like, even once you're off of the THC, I want you for another week just eating CBD, because the reason you went into withdrawal is because your body was like, where's my cannabinoids? And you weren't giving them anymore. So we got to put something back in there, even if it's not THC. We want to put something back. So just little things like that, guiding people through. They need regimens. Definitely pain management. I had a referral earlier a appointment earlier with a patient that just was using the cannabis, but she wasn't sure. The amount of people that have not heard of RSO, what did the bud tenders work hard, and I love my bud tenders. So I'm like, why are y'all not referring patients for RSO? Stop selling stupid little edibles. I mean, they're fine, but like, I need these patients, these chronic pain patients, my PTSD patients, my severe anxiety patients. I need them on RSO every day. Every day. Every night when you go to bed, I want you taking an RSO. And the next day, after about a week or so of that, you're going to find a noticeable difference in your symptoms. But I need you on a regimen, not just willy-nilly use, right? Like that's the one thing I want everybody to know. If there's one thing I want everybody to know, it's that I need you to find a regimen and stick with that regimen.
And the thing is, it's unique. Anybody who tells you you got to follow this recipe, that is bullshit. Right. Your body is as unique as your fingerprint.
Yep.
It's going to need different dose. It's going to need a different strain. It might need a different terpenoid profile.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta learn it. It's a medicine. Treat it like a medicine.
It's going to be trial. Exactly. Yeah. That's it. So you really, start using it like a medicine. Exactly. Stop using it like you did your alcohol. I'll have some here, some. No. This in the mornings, I use 25 milligrams of CBD. 3 times a week, I use like 0.05 of psilocybin as well with the
Nice.
CBD. At night, I take 25 to 50 milligrams of RSO, depending how I feel, because 50 usually KOs me. So I have a little trouble getting up the next day. So usually more closer to the 25. But those are things I do every day. If I hit a break in those, I feel it.
Like, I'm gonna say right now I'm on pain management protocol.
Mhm.
So I'm using cannabis on a higher level for right now. This is not how I normally use it. But I have a broken tooth here, I have an infected tooth here. They're both getting removed tomorrow morning. Okay? They're coming out. But because this is on the nerve, it's triggering neuralgia up through my brain.
RSO.
Oh yeah, no, on it. Like I do, that's my
RSO.
at
Just
night.
tack some in there and then tack some back here.
Yep. My problem is as Dr. Menacall, my primary care, so lovingly has referred to my body for the past 30 years, it is a uniquely special physiology.
Okay. Okay.
RSO equals bedtime. It doesn't matter if it's half of a grain of rice size. If
Have you tried Terp sap?
Hmm?
Have you tried
Terp
Terp sap?
I have not tried
Terp sap is very good. I love terp sap.
And it's infinitely more purified than RSO. So
and easier to get out of that syringe too.
It, right? It's so much easier to squeeze. That RSO
So
like,
easy.
Yeah.
Terp sap is it's very strain specific. So actually, I went out this weekend trying to find some, and they didn't have any at Rise. And I emailed Rise. I was like, "What the hell? Just stop making it." And they were like, "Calm down, lady. If we still make it, we're just low right now." I'm like, "Okay, just making sure."
Would you do that? Yeah, but I mean, so
They
but my
make
thing
nice
is
sativa strains though that actually work because I'm very edible sensitive as well. I recommend giving that a try.
Duly noted, and will next time I have the money to go do that, I will.
I know, right?
But for right now, I've just been doing the vape. I've been doing the gummies. I've been doing flour, but I'm doing it for. But normally, I take a couple hits of a hybrid in the morning, and I'm good for several hours. And then at night, I'll take a gummy with the hydroxyzine and go to bed. This is just because of pain. So it's like you gotta understand, like, and that's another thing I don't think people understand is they need to listen to what their body is telling them.
Exactly.
And they don't know how to do that because they never been taught.
Or they come from a place where they've never been permitted.
Well, yeah, or they've been gaslit.
Ignore it. Yeah, trauma will do that.
Yeah.
I'm in my sloth year. I think I'm crawling into the turtle phase. So I think I finally have the protective shell that I've required.
Right.
That'll help me get to the next levels. So turtle, here we come.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And also, if you have a white male doctor who's just not listening to you, and I'm picking on white male doctors who aren't listening because of how many of them I've had to fire.
But we all have though. That's
fire your doctor if they're not listening to you.
It's the worst. I actually have a difficult time finding a dentist for that reason because you're not going to treat me like I'm drug seeking. I just have real issues being at the dentist. So if you're not willing to use the gas or you're going to give me a bunch of shit about it, I will get up and walk out and you won't get paid for that visit. I don't give a fuck. I won't let you bill my insurance either. If you treat me like trash, because I've had so many horrible white male doctors, dentists specifically, that are just like, that doesn't hurt. Motherfucker, stop right now. Stop. Get your fingers out of my mouth. I'm leaving. Don't tell me what does not hurt.
Yeah, no, it's just like whenever I have to meet a new medical doctor, if I'm interviewing somebody to join my medical team, I'm like, please understand, I have no problem firing you.
Right.
Like you put it out there, it just puts them on notice, like, okay.
And honestly, I keep my pain management doctor on board because people are very stingy with the pain medications. And especially as a Black woman, it's even harder to get pain medications. I'm very pain sensitive to acute things, and I don't want to fight with people about it. So I will, if I know I'm going in for something that's going to hurt, I go to my pain management doctor and get a prescription. And you know, he don't have a problem. He's like, yeah, okay, here's 10 pills, go away. So that's, you know, that, and that's what, but that's like, I'm just not fighting with it. Like you said, I'm not fighting with any more doctors. I'll fire you. I will write you up. I will report you to the medical board. I will put bad reviews about you everywhere. But you know, they don't care. It's not really going to mess with their money. And yeah.
Well, I mean, if more people understand that they have that power, and what I've noticed is the younger doctors, I only have one white male doctor. White male. It's Dr. Medical. He's Cuban Italian, so he's white passing.
Right. So there you go.
White passing. But I mean, he's the only white male doctor on my team now. Everybody else is Black and or brown and or female.
Right, me too.
And it's been a world of difference in my care. And the younger doctors who are coming up, especially those of color, are so much more with it. And not
the old doctors are, I would say the old doctors are the problem. Because they're set in their ways, and a lot of the stuff that they were taught was bullshit.
And how dare these youngins know anything, because we know it all.
Right.
Oh, and how dare people actually know how to find back doors to white papers and research.
Right. They, you know,
like how dare we access the Johns Hopkins Medical Library or the Harvard Medical Library, like how or go to the Mayo Clinic website and actually look shit up.
Right. This is ridiculous, right? Like, I mean, come on. But you're not supposed, but then if you don't research your conditions, then they're gonna be like, you didn't read anything about your condition. Like, you know, you can't win either way. You're
Yeah.
you get it going and you get it coming. But
yeah, especially when it came to things like my Ehlers-Danlos, like you have that. I know you know exactly what that's like. Oh man.
I just stopped pretending it was a thing for a while. Like, I just ignored everything for like 10 years because they just kept telling me it wasn't real. So I was like, okay, it's not real.
No, I left my rheumatologist.
Right.
Years of her being like, well, you know, we'll put it on the back burner. Within 2 seconds of me walking into a new cardiologist, which is the one I saw as a teenager for my issues. And I was like, and he's like, oh, Ehlers-Danlos, you need a rheumatologist.
Like, well, I had one. She was
like, I have one. I've been
great
paying for almost a decade who doesn't want to, and he's like, you can find a new one.
Basically, I mean, seriously, that's, but I feel I haven't been back to rheumatology in a while. I just don't see the point anymore. If something else comes up, I'll go back. But we just try to kind of treat the symptoms. It would have gone on probably for the rest of my natural life if my wrist had not deranged. That's what started all of that, was the bone in my wrist, kind of the cartilage came loose and it just kept floating back and going back and back and going back. So when I went in,
that sounds awful.
Fixed it, and he still, the ortho still was like, I don't know what caused this. I'm like, okay. So then he sent me to pain management, and that's what started that whole cycle. I don't know what caused this, sends me to pain management, and the pain management doctor's like, I don't know what caused this, but here's some pain pills. So, you know, years and years later, finally I went and they sent me to rheumatology for fibromyalgia, actually. And the room was like, oh, it's probably Ehlers. And I was like, oh, that's news.
Yeah, that's shocking.
That's news. And then she went into some other things that are, you know, like the mitral valve prolapse, which I was born with, that may, you know, and dental issues, just bad eyesight. That's another one where I've had these Coke bottle glasses since I was like 6. Just a lot of little things, right, that are in there that I'm like, oh, okay. And then of course the constant dislocations, right? Like that's your.
Yeah, I was telling someone earlier today, there's some days where I'm sitting on the couch and my hips just feel like they want to go, okay, we're sitting next to you now. Like completely.
Like, we're like, no more, we're done.
Yeah. And they will if they want to, like they completely will.
My shoulders do that. They'll just fall right out.
Yeah.
So
and it was so funny because I was working at GameStop at the time, and an Army combat vet that I worked with, I'm like, hey, do you need to come in or out? Now's the time because I need to put my shoulder back in socket. He looked at me like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
right. He's like, excuse me, what?
I'm like, all right, look, if you ain't gonna make up your mind, I gotta get this shit sorted. So I do the thing. I put my arm up like this, and I just went, and I just slammed it down right here to get it back in the socket. This man turned so many shades of green.
Oh my God.
I'm like, man, for an Army vet, you're a pussy.
I guess he said that we don't see that every day. I don't even know.
Yeah, that's a new one on him.
Right?
And it's just like, no, you're not human. I don't know what you are.
You're some kind of gummy thing. I don't know about that.
You should not be, you're not crying. You're cracking shit at me instead of
Right.
being a ball of pain. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
How are these women managing this? Like, I remember the first time that my husband saw, my hip had come out, and I was like, I immediately just go to the floor and I just roll around and I'm on my hip until it goes back
And
in.
he's probably
That's
like,
how
"What
that's
the
how I
fuck?"
deal with things. I was raised in the woods, okay? I was a little rough
He's
and
probably like,
tumble.
what the hell? Do I need to call an ambulance?
I no longer do that stuff, just so you know. Okay, don't. I've learned my lesson. He's just
come
sitting
on,
like,
wait,
what the hell are you doing? I was like, my hip needs. He goes, how the hell did your hip come out? I was like, it does this every once in a while. I have no fucking idea why. The doctor
It
doesn't
just
believe.
does. What do you want from me? I don't know.
Well, I just think it's funny because I think all three of us are of that generation of like, are you dead? No. Are you actively dying? No. Get your ass up and go
Right, and get
watch
back
it.
to which we have to stop though. Like that's a
Yes.
thing that I
Yes.
made a point over the years to stop doing because, like we were saying before, you lose touch with what's going on with your body, right?
Yeah.
And so
And
things will be
it's
wrong and you won't notice them wrong for until they're like extremely wrong. And you'd be like, you know what? It did sort of bother me, but I didn't pay any attention to it.
right.
You're
Yeah.
too busy dissociating to get by.
Exactly,
And
exactly. So I'm trying to not do that anymore because
right.
just exacerbates everything.
And I think our generation as a whole has done a pretty good job of not doing that to our kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're like, you know what? I know what that was like. I do not want to put my kid through that because I'm paying for it in so many ways now,
Yeah.
and so it's just like, okay, and got the generation behind us going, oh, come on, just blah blah blah. I'm like, no, 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 we learned that lesson.
Right. We did it.
We're,
We've been there.
we're
We've done
not
that.
propagating that. We're not propagating that.
Yeah, because the older generations were like, well, we survived. Like, nah, and you created a mess that we could not survive and we would never thrive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're telling you how it is.
Now we're all broken down and it feels like a little bit younger than the generation before us, actually, that we all started breaking down like in our late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
Whereas they held out
Mid-30s.
into their 60s. So, I mean, also they left the world hell for us. So that didn't help. So,
And the
Right.
economy too. Ooh.
yeah. When most of what they handed down was trauma. So,
Trauma
my
and
God.
fuckery.
yes, exactly. So,
Much.
so crazy.
Yeah, it's on us to heal it up and make sure the next ones are healing up.
Yeah. And part
Yeah,
of
they'll give us everything but the
it is
rain.
taking good care of yourself, going to the doctor, going to your appointments, taking your meds.
Yeah, like lead by example, make sure you're drinking the water, eating the food. I have timers on my phone. It's time to eat, it's time to take the meds.
Yeah.
He gets tired of hearing my alarm, but you know what? If I don't set that alarm, I will not eat. In fact, sometimes I will register the alarm and still forget to eat.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a learn. You have to unlearn and then completely learn new.
And forgive yourself for every mistake along both of those routes because it's going to happen.
Mhm.
Oh God, yeah. And but I mean, that's life, right? You live, you grow, you learn. Just like with this cannabis journey, you live, you grow, you learn, you try new
Oh,
things, you learn new things.
have fun.
Yeah.
I've learned so much, like so much more than I thought I would.
Right. Um, a lot of it was trial and error though. So a lot of people are like, oh, they want the research study behind something that I've done or for myself. And I'm like, look, I didn't recommend that you do this. I said that I do this. You don't have to try it, but I am the guinea pig a lot of the time. So
I guinea pig myself.
right, exactly. I'm gonna try different things. And if it doesn't work, I'll let you know. If it does work, I'll let you know that we're gonna try.
Yeah. Like, I mean, how else are you going to find out if you're terpene sensitive or if you do, or if a certain sativa actually puts you to sleep and you just need to use that one at bedtime or whatever.
Right. Whatever yeah, it's trial and error. There just isn't enough
Mhm.
organized and specific research, at least from this country. I know there's a lot of research in Israel and in a couple of other places, but
Belgium,
yes,
Netherlands, Spain.
Canada, but not much here.
Yeah.
So
one good thing about Maryland is that we do list our terpenes, and I absolutely love that. I have been grateful for that this whole time, being able to learn all of those. It would have been way harder to figure things out without
that is
that.
very true, because you would have just been like this strain. So that is nice.
Yeah.
I just like the lab testing in general. Even if I do feel like they fudge the THC numbers a little bit, I do like the lab testing generally, just to give you an idea of what terpene is prominent in your medicine and give you an idea of how you're going to feel. It helps.
Or if you're like me and a terpene that's supposed to make you sleepy actually gets you wired, you can go,
Right.
okay,
You
I'm
know
gonna
that up
ignore
front,
that
exactly.
now.
Sometimes they get like gelato cake is always a conundrum because I don't like pinene, but it is heavy in pinene. But I love gelato cake. So you just sometimes you just gotta
Because sometimes the terpenes play together in a way that it's just like shit.
Yeah, like I'll
the
sneeze a
plus-
lot after that because gelato cake is one of my favorites, but I do really bad with pinene, so I just know that I'm gonna be like and sneeze a lot. That's
Really?
okay. Mhm.
Okay, so it makes you sneeze. It makes me just not feel, I don't like the way it makes me feel, except for in that particular flower. I remember I got some lime, something lime Ricky. Something I can't remember. It was something
Grape lime Ricky.
grape lime Ricky, yeah. And that had so much pinene in it. And I was like, this is horrible. I hate it. And it had a lot of myrcene, but the pinene overpowered it. It was all, I didn't like it. But that was just me personally. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Well,
I try to keep it pretty low.
Well, I
Okay.
found that I have to if there's a lot of pinene, it
Mhm.
has to have a lot of either myrcene or limonene,
Okay. Yeah.
or both, or
Right.
both.
Both.
But it has to be paired with one of those specific terpenes, or I am a icky runny nose mess.
Oh
Yeah.
But I
Well,
mean,
but
it does what
then-
it does. Pinene does really good for my joints,
no. Mhm.
but it needs the myrcene and or the limonene to go with it to keep me from being explosive up here.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Got a little pine allergy. I can see that.
A little bit.
Ooh,
So,
I miss it.
It is.
it's great. And I'm a bit of an herbalist anyway, so I'm like trying to find all the different, I've got the herbal books,
Yes.
finding,
I
making
do.
teas and
There's a
tinctures and
ton of
all
them
that.
on Amazon, but it was brought to my attention recently that there's a lot of AI books on there. So make sure.
No, 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 no. I'm talking like verified through many.
Right. Yes. Make sure that the books that you're getting are
Like-
verified and good, because that was crazy when I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah,
aware of
yeah.
that. No, no, no.
Wow.
These are people that these are publishers and authors that I know through either my pagan practicing or
Gotcha.
the magical elements, and then also they are certified herbalists.
Okay.
Yeah, so like those are the books I'm buying.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes good sense. That makes good sense. Okay.
No, oh my God, there's so much AI bullshit. Or just people writing out their ass who've done zero research.
Yeah.
Like if you're pregnant, you better not be touching black cohosh.
Oh yeah. Or a lot. I honestly don't want you on a lot of herbal medication. I probably don't want you on any herbal medications. They would have to be extensively researched. A lot of them. I don't, because there's even just a lot of regular old foods that we don't want pregnant women eating. So let alone herbal medicines. It's not a thing.
Right.
Pregnant patients and patients with cancer. That's another one that I want those patients to be careful. Herbal remedies are great but they need to be researched. They need to make sure that what they're using is safe with whatever chemo they're on, because a lot of those herbal remedies you haven't been there. Counteract the chemo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, herbal medicine is still medicine. It's going to contraindicate. That's why if you're on atorvastatin or other cholesterol medications, do not eat or drink grapefruit or grapefruit products.
Or take CBD.
Well, I take CBD and I'm on.
You're supposed to offset when you take it. So the CBD is taken at a different time than the medications.
Exactly.
Grapefruit juice. You got to do it at different times as
right. But I mean, it's all about you gotta read up on it. You gotta and try to find as much of an academic source as possible.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, for me personally, that's just not like, I don't use anything that's not a peer reviewed journal.
Yeah.
Oh, right. But just people, Joe Schmo, they go, oh, what's this? And it's some random blogger.
Right. Like that's not a source.
No,
I go to Google.
That's like getting your news from Facebook. Don't do it.
That's the whole problem with like COVID and everything else, where these people are like, I'm doing research, and then they would send me a YouTube video. I'm like, block, because that is not research. Research is actually called research. Like it's a research paper in a research white papers. Like it's not just some random lunatic on YouTube ranting in his car. That's not research.
And it's not some mommy blogger from like.
We have a real epidemic now of people not vaccinating their children. It's bad. It's really bad.
We have a huge measles endemic.
Regardless of how many times that man that said that vaccines cause autism, no matter how many times his research was debunked, you cannot tell these people otherwise.
No.
Big Pharma is trying to. Okay. When you make it polio, I don't want to hear it.
Well, I mean, measles is now an issue now, and and these people are going, well, should I have my son or daughter exposed to measles? Well, get them vaccinated, sure. No, I mean a measles play date. No, what the f are you thinking?
But I mean, if
we grew up in the age of the chickenpox play dates, and that was no fun.
No,
it was, but I don't know how I got chickenpox when I was a kid. It was not that way. I must have just got it from somebody at school.
I got it from somebody at school.
But
and then my mom just forced my sisters to play with me that day, so they weren't allowed to beat me up because I was sick. They had to behave. By the time
my kids came around, they had that vaccine, right? So they never had to sit in an oatmeal bath or anything like that. So
I think I got the chickenpox vaccine like a couple weeks before I got the chickenpox. The same thing happened with the mumps. I got the mumps 2 weeks after I had my MMR shot. I do not like vaccines because of that. I just always got sick, and I was like, well, fine, maybe it's the vaccines. And it wasn't like for it's going to give me autism. Well, now I actually have autism, but it wasn't from.
Oh no.
I just have to make sure that with the flu vaccine, it's not the live vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because immunocompromised, immunosuppressed, and highly reactive to medication. So it's like I have a pain tolerance up to Pluto and back, but for medication, hypersensitivity.
Right.
But it's just like you just.
Most of the injectables are dead.
Right.
So
Most of them are fine, but it's just, well, I remember oh God, it's been 30 years now. In the mid 90s when the flu vaccines were just coming out and it was all live vaccine.
yeah.
And I remember the endocrinologist I had at the time, he was teaching at George Washington University, as well as having being at Children's. And he told me, because he was getting ready to retire, and he told me until the vaccine is no longer based on live flu virus, do not do it. It
Right.
took a couple decades for them to,
Yeah. Get that attenuated virus.
yeah, but yeah,
I
it's
still
like,
don't love that nasal one. I don't love that. I
well,
noticed that
that's
people
still
keep giving me
live.
that. Yeah, so I don't like that one.
Mhm.
But the injectables, they're okay.
Mhm.
Vaccine season.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I just go to my medical team and go, okay, with this profile and the vaccine, when do I take it?
Mm.
And then they can tell me whether or not.
Right. When's the right time to take it, which makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah, everybody should be getting their vaccines. I hope everybody's up to date on their COVID.
I have to get my COVID updated.
As long as you got one like in the last 2 years, I think you'll be okay.
Nope. I have to get another one.
Wow, really? Okay.
Well, because I haven't really left the house, like,
Yeah,
seriously
you're not
at all.
out and
I
about.
think
I'm like in and out of hospitals. So I stay. People can say whatever, but I've never had a bad bout of COVID. At some point I had it because I've had the antibody testing done. So I had it at some point, but I don't know when because I always feel like shit. Two,
I mean, I
never
had a
so much like
36
shit like that I
hours
was
of
dying.
really
You know what I mean?
horrible, but yeah.
But there'll be entire like weeks. There'll be like a 5-day stretch where I feel like I've been beaten. You know what I mean? That's just the nature of somebody's chronic illnesses. So I'm
Yeah.
like, it could have been like 2 dozen different times that I'm thinking of. So I don't know. I'm
I had
thankful
it
for,
twice.
like
I had it in January of 2020 before we knew there was a COVID. And by the time the tests came out, all the antibodies had already left my system because like 8 or 9 months after I had the infection. It was the sixth I would ever been. I was in bed for basically 6 weeks.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying. That's why I said I never got that sick. A lot of people were
And
saying
then
they got really, really sick. I know Amy Mellon, she had a really bad bout of COVID, and then she had long COVID. So,
and then the second time I had it, my cousin's wife is also immunosuppressed. She double masked because this is when Abuela was still alive and we all wanted to have Christmas and everything. So everybody was vaccinated, everybody was masking. She went to Target and then she popped positive after Christmas. And Alex and I was like, okay, our symptoms were like that of a head cold, as it's the Omicron variant. The infection the first time was worse, but the after effects of the Omicron was exponentially worse than the after effects of the first one. Because I did end up with thrombophilia with the clotting from the first one. But again, I was lucky. I was getting blood tests every 3 months because I was part of a study.
okay.
So I was taking them 5-6 sticks to get 9 cc's of blood out of me.
Oof, uncomfortable. Jeez.
And I mean, these were these women knew what the fuck they were doing. They were not random,
Right.
like
It was just that hard.
it was just that hard. So like they were like, okay, you need to be tested. This is something that's way haywire. It's never been this bad for you. Sure enough, thrombophilia. I'm now on medication to manage that.
Okay, good.
So it's
Good.
managed. But my lungs have never recovered from the second infection. The
Okay.
Omicron is what it just
Yeah, that's pretty common though. They said that, it's been a lot of people are running around out here with long COVID, a lot,
And but the
with
thing is,
varying levels of it.
yeah, and it pisses me off because we did everything right and we still ended up with Omicron.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was never any as soon as they weaponized the whole vaccine thing, it was never gonna. There's people out here
And masking.
are people
That
that
became a
are
poop.
not sick, and that first I can't, because I can't wrap my brain around it, because they're like, masks don't work, but if I tell you that I'm going to come in and do a procedure on you in the hospital with no mask on, that same person would flip the fuck out and try to sue me. So it doesn't make any sense. People like to be oppositional for the sake of being oppositional. And the government, kind of goaded them on at the time, so it was what it was.
Yeah.
But
Well, and certain media figures contributed.
they did.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't, then Biden got into office, and then they just continued the exact same nonsense. They didn't dial it back any. They didn't then say, oh, okay, Biden's in office, so now we're going to take it serious. They didn't do that. They just continued the same thing. So now you don't really get any time off for COVID.
No. And the thing is, people,
it's the same policies. It's the exact same policies.
It's still 2,000 people a week are dying.
Who are you telling? We had the whole, matter of fact, all of February, the whole ICU, all the ICUs were loaded with COVID patients. Everybody was on precautions. Everybody was on respiratory precautions.
But people are running around like it ain't a thing anymore. And I'm like, we're getting a 9/11 a week. And what?
Cove-monia. Because they would get COVID, and then they would get pneumonia later over the COVID. And then when you get COVID and pneumonia, you automatically get a one-way ticket to a ventilator. So we are seeing, and we see that in February, it was every patient, though. That was so frustrating. I went to the MICU, and it was like 22 patients, and like 20 of them were COVID precautions. Then I go over to the surgical ICU, same thing. Then I went over to trauma ICU, same thing. I was like, oh my God. Wow. So I don't know if they were spreading it in the hospital or if they were spreading, but this was several different hospitals. So
no, it's because people are running around with them. Like,
yeah, because they ixnayed all the COVID. What little bit of lockdown we had in 2020, they could have made revised policies to at least keep people safe, and they didn't. They just threw the whole thing to the wind because businesses were losing money.
Yeah.
Like, is it more safe for people to be back in office altogether, or is it more safe for them to continue working from home? It makes no sense.
I mean, they're making laws where they can force them to just have more babies so that they can have more people. So they don't care. They really don't.
Got to get rid of abortion, right? Because how are we going to find cheap labor if keep having babies?
Yeah, I mean, they're okay with younger and younger working with no protections for them whatsoever, no safety, no.
Oh yeah, child labor is back.
In, I want to say Louisiana or Alabama, one of them states that's like that.
Arkansas is another one. Arkansas is another one.
I'm sure, right? This little girl just had a baby. She just she had to carry the baby to full term, and the mother of that child was saying she was raped. It was verified. They arrested the guy. He's in jail. They still forced her to carry that baby to term.
Yeah, because they don't care. It doesn't matter that this child is, because I'm sorry, a child is a child. The child cannot consent. Right. Period. End of discussion. At that age, it is automatic rape. That hard limit on that.
Rape is not they don't consider rape anyway, but so that's
whatever. But yeah,
society. So it's a bit difficult, but
yeah. So that's why I'm just like, well, we're the only ones that are going to save us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to save ourselves.
I did this. Like, that's why I went into the community to do this, just because I personally am tired of being treated badly and medical that, and people were being ripped off, egregiously ripped off for the medical cards.
Yes,
like egregiously ripped off. I'm like, this
$175 for a fucking renewal.
$100. And people are telling me all the time, oh my God, my guy charges 100 and what the fuck? It is a 10-minute thing to do. Some of them don't even take that long. Sometimes I just renew and send an email talking about it's done. You don't need to get on the Zoom. So like for them to be charging so much money, the only reason I even charge is because I have to maintain a electronic medical record that actually costs several $100s a month. So I have to keep that EMR, because if the MMCC says that they want to see medical records, I have to have medical records. So I have to maintain an EMR. So I make people pay $45 so I can maintain my business expenses. But outside of that, I enjoy what I do, and I can't imagine charging more. It's really crazy that people are. I did see though that a lot, like the other people, like Molly, she's really cheap as well. Bryce brought his prices down, so I see he's like $50 as well.
Yeah, you were like, okay, game on, challenge accepted. Let's see if we can help everybody out, because they're gonna look at me and be like, oh, about to lose everybody.
I was hoping we would drive the prices down for the market so that people don't just, it's hard enough. The medication is wildly expensive. And then on top of that, you're ass raping people for the certification code. It makes no sense. If you got a medical record for $45, you can get that certification from me, because that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm just not one of those people. Like I was talking to somebody and they're Jill, actually, she was like, you're just not, the reason you're not rich is because you're not a person like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're community minded.
right. I'm not ever going to steal someone's labor and use it to buy myself a house. So I'm probably never going to be wealthy, and that's okay. I don't need to be wealthy. I just would like to be able to, live and eat.
Yeah,
right. You're too busy to take care of a house. What are you thinking?
Right? Like we're good.
You got things to do and people to heal, woman.
yeah, exactly.
So I
I mean,
really am not focused on trying to, I keep trying to tell people that. They're like, I'll be like, do you need your allotment increased? They're like, how much extra is that? It's no extra. The fuck? Who's extra? I told you it's extra. It ain't extra. Nothing is extra. The $45 that I quoted you is the $45 that this visit cost. Do you need a consultation? That's included in the $45. Do you need a refill? That's included in the $45. The hell? I said $45. I meant $45. That's it.
And the thing is, as you keep doing that, you're healing yourself, you're healing the community. And as the community heals, the community that's being healed is going to expand.
Let's hope. Let's hope, right? Like
it's going to take time, but it's already happening. Like I'm seeing it in deep red Garrett County. I'm already seeing it. Like it's happening.
Good.
We just got to keep. My head is stronger than that cinder block wall, damn it.
Exactly. I can bust through, man. I can do it.
It's going to take time, but I got it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess. And again, the government is not going to save us. And I feel so sorry for the people that think they will. I'm like,
no, you got to tell them people that, talk to your town council people, talk to your county council people. You got to get them when they're baby politicians. Okay.
Accountable every step of the way.
Every step of the way. That's it. That's
exactly, because that's what the lobbyists do. The lobbyists go in and they buy them out at the school board level.
Yep.
So what we got to do is community
pay
members
them the whole way. They're giving them their donations the whole way. So we need to give them the shit the whole way.
Exactly. And so and that's why people know my name. They see my name and they're like, oh God damn it, here she is again.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. That's how they are about me too. Because you never do know. Like the dispensary owner that called the cops recently. But I'm gonna keep talking shit on him because I don't care. If you're doing things in your business that are harmful to the patients, I'm going to speak on it publicly. And you can call God himself. I don't give a fuck. I will still go publicly and tell people that you are a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because that is the only dispensary in Maryland that didn't have an on-site ATM or a card reader. And I saw a patient fall trying to cross the parking lot to get to the ATM and the Walgreens behind their business. And that's what started all of this.
Wow, I didn't know. I
See
didn't
somebody
see that
fall.
one.
And then when I went to put up a post, and I didn't even tag them in the post, and here they come. It's the state's policy, motherfucker. The state never had a policy saying you couldn't put an ATM in your dispensary.
No.
One. And two, I didn't ask for your feedback on this. I said you're a piece of shit because you don't have this thing. So you coming to my page to try to I don't care.
Whoever told you didn't stick around to defend you here, they wanted to stir shit with you because they don't mean nothing and neither do you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and so that was, he's like, you've been out to get us, motherfucker. I'm not out to get you. I'm not the one that sued you. The EEOC
Right?
sued you. I didn't sue you. I don't give a fuck about you one way or the other. I care about my patients. If you die tomorrow, it has no effect on me. I care about my patients, though. I care about the fact that I had no less than 10 to 12 patients tell me they went to Gold Leaf and were told that their card expired. Their registration wasn't good. Their registration wasn't good. 2 or 3 patients, it's a mistake. 10 to 12 patients, that's a business model. That means you're doing that on purpose because you want the patients to pay the rec prices instead of the medical. You're doing it on purpose, sir. So that's 2 strikes. So yeah, baby, I'm gonna go online and talk shit on you all day long because I have to hear about you from my patients. So you're gonna hear about it from me. The fuck?
Yeah.
So that's how that went. That's what.
It's like they don't know how advocacy works or what.
Oh no, they know how advocacy works, but
yeah,
again,
they just don't like it against them.
bold
Yeah.
enough to use your Latino employees as slaves, then you're bold enough to call the cops on somebody for putting a bad review up, right? So that's fine.
They fine. That's why you get dragged.
Right, exactly. And it all worked out there. I noticed that they ended up having to take their TikTok down. So that's unfortunate.
You fuck around and you find out, right?
That's it. And I personally didn't know that video was going to go viral, but it went viral. So then people started going to his page and were like, why you call the cops on that lady?
I remember from taking it back to our high school years. If you don't start none, there won't be none.
Exactly. We're not asking for much from these places, honestly. They're already, they're charging the most. The customer service is meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The least that y'all can do is at least make safe and ADA compliant.
Yeah.
That's it. Like that's the least that you can do for somebody to come into your store and spend hundreds of dollars a pop. The least you can do is make it ADA compliant. And if you don't, the least I can do is talk shit on you.
Now, I will.
That's how it works.
I'm going to take this opportunity to give Grow West a shout out.
Grow West is amazing.
Yeah, they have been, because when my brain does the extra spicy shit, and I'm having problems with ordering because me plus computer, not always a great combination, as my husband can tell you.
Me too. Relatable.
I will email them and they will email me back usually the next day because I'm up at like 11 o'clock at night and nobody in the right mind is at work at that hour. But I'll have an email the next day that says, hey, do you want me to go ahead and do this order, set the order up for you?
Wow, that is nice.
Or because it's a me issue. I know it's a me issue.
Right.
Like I know it. So it's just like, okay, this is what I want. Right. And then if they don't email, they'll call. Like props to Grow West.
Yeah.
And now for where they are in their location, their ADA compliance it's not great as far as if you're on a wheelchair.
Oh, I think most of them are like that though. Like most of them are tight. So I wouldn't fault any.
I'm not faulting them for that because they're where they are in Cumberland, there ain't a whole hell of a lot they can do to
that. Very small fit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, no, so I'm going to give them props because they actually do right by their patients.
Okay. I love that.
So
another place Sweet Buds, I recently had been out to. I did a podcast with them and I went out and visited the dispensary. I was super impressed. with them, and they had a patient. I guess one day the patient was not able. And this is where I mean the difference between the dispensaries. So the patient gets this to Sweet Buds, and they're like, "Oh my God, my card isn't active." Now the card was active. The patient calls me from there. The bud tender hops on the phone with me. He's like, "I'm having a problem. It's saying it's not active." I was like, "No worries. Try typing it in again. I'm looking at it now. It looks like it's good." He did it again right there. He was like, "Oh, that was my bad. That was my bad." That's the difference. It only ever happened once or twice at Sweet Buds. And the bud tender actually talked to me on the phone and was like, "Oh, you know what? That was me. I typed it in wrong. Oops, whatever." The other one,
A little humility goes a long way.
okay, just like, okay, I get it. And plus, like I said, it was only like that one time with that one dispensary. But I loved that they are very hands-on as well. I know they're out that way.
That's
But
amazing.
it's just a matter of like, treat us like we're human, please.
Right.
That's all we're asking.
I keep explaining this to different dispensaries, especially if I go in and you have an attitude, I will get loud. Okay. If I'm going in someplace and I'm dropping $100, $200, $300, fix your face. Because what you're not going to do is give me attitude while I'm spending all this money that I worked really hard. And I don't care how your day was. Okay. Fix your fucking face. Speak to me with a little bit of respect and just be polite.
Especially since, this is medication.
You're patients.
They're patients. They're patients. CVS would never abide an employee acting like that with somebody coming in there going, with their prescription. CVS would never allow it. So
no, they would get that. That's an immediate fire.
I don't want to hear that, like some of these places with I went, I won't even bring the place up. I will not mention what place it was, but I went someplace, and it's not like there was anything wrong with the bud tenders, but they were all just like, "Oh, you have to order at the kiosk." So I'm like, I can't order at the register and like ask you questions. They're like, yeah, you can ask questions, but you got to order at the kiosk. I was like, I'll just leave. Because I'm gonna, right, like, if you can't give me what I'm asking for, then, like, I like something I want to talk thing,
Yeah. Now, I will say that Grow West, just because of crowd management and keeping things moving, they do want you to order ahead.
That's fine. Can you still walk in and order?
Oh, yeah, you can. It's just but they tell you up front, if you walk in, it's going to take longer.
But you have the option if you want.
Yeah.
This was a dispensary that you were ordering at the counter, and then all of a sudden in 2024 they got rid of that. You can't talk to the bud tenders. You got to order at the kiosk and then pick it up.
That makes no sense to me. That makes no fucking sense to me.
To be treating patients like this, your prices aren't that good. No.
Yeah. I have an issue with what used to be my favorite dispensary, because they were woman owned and then they sold to Culta.
Oh no.
Yeah, Culta.
I love
no more SSDI discounts.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And I have to just hope I can just do it on a deal day.
Huh. They got rid of their SSDI discounts.
And they got rid of the loyalty rewards program.
Why? I'll reach out. I'm going to ask myself. I'll ask myself. I did not know that. And it's hard enough. It is hard.
Like, I can't afford to buy my monthly allotment as it is.
Right.
Like, yeah, and like with my
and then you're taking away what little discounts there are.
Yeah.
Right. Seriously?
Yeah, and like her medicine like increased big time, like more than 10 times when we found out we had to switch the NSAID on her, or the anti-inflammatory for her. I have to special order it. So 2 medicines, liver supplement plus the thing, is $190 a month. That came straight out of my medicine budget, and now I don't even get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. That is horrible. We got to come up with.
Yeah.
There has to be some way. And I was just actually talking about this for my addicts too, because I had this patient that went back to use it, right? Because he couldn't afford the cannabis.
Yeah.
It's going to kill him because he can't afford it. So there's got to be some kind of program or something that can be worked out. That's something I would like to start lobbying for with the MMCC maybe this year. That and workplace protections, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
almost given up on that because they refuse to care. So
Mhm.
it is what it is. Now I just tell everybody,
Ooh.
get you some fake pee. But because that's the only way you're gonna get, you know,
Because
you're
all
gonna
those little fixes to make the urine clean ain't always gonna work. And if you get caught just once,
just once.
ain't worth it.
It's the same as a positive. It's the same as a positive. So and now you gotta, like, you know, they used to have those things you could dilute the urine, but if the urine is too dilute, it doesn't have creatinine and urea and all those other little labs, it'll read as fake urine and they won't. So you gotta go, the actual new fake urines have all the lab components in them. So
That is amazing. Like stoners will find a way.
yeah, right. Like I love that the market always, you know, the market always corrects itself, right? Like, oh, they're making drug tests more sensitive. That's okay. We're making fake urine more sensitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long ago was it that the little pee sticks came out that you could test yourself at home and you could pick those up like anywhere now?
Yeah.
Because like everybody was like, okay, well now I can random check my kid and like
Exactly. I think I got a 10-pack for like $12 at Target of when I was trying to
Hi, baby.
my urine for a job last year.
gotcha.
It didn't work though. So a
Oh.
3-week tolerance break, just so you know, is probably not going to cut it if you take edibles.
While. It
My
stays
body was like,
around. It loves you as much as you love it.
oh
It
my
ain't
God.
it
My
will click
levels
on
were
like
like
a
up here,
fourplex.
and then 3 weeks go by and my levels came down to like here. I was like, oh.
That's so
Like,
funny though.
almost gone. No, it was not almost gone. I would probably need a 3-month tolerance break, and nobody's doing that.
No, there's
No, I don't even try
no job is
full
worth 3 months
24-hour
off of it.
tolerance Blake anymore. I'm just like, no, my tolerance can just keep going up. I don't, nope.
Yeah, I had a really hard time before my hysterectomy, and I was like, I can't give you a month. I can't give you a month.
God, I didn't
Too
give
much
it not 10 minutes. I feel like I smoked the night before my hysterectomy and was like, fuck that.
Yeah,
I need mine. I need mine so bad.
You know, it's a double-edged sword because I always say I would do it again because I was in that much pain and I was bleeding that much. And my periods were definitely doing whatever they wanted to do. Show up. Sometimes it would come 10 days after the first one, and then it would last. I'd get a period. It would last for 7-8 days, 5 of which I would be bleeding, vomiting, not able to get out of the bed. And then I would spot after that for like another week. Then it would stop completely for about 3 days and then start back up again.
See, I have
crazy
opposite problem. I have PCOS.
Yes, so do I. So did I.
Oh, okay.
Riddled with it. But for me, it was just like a stupid heavy flow.
See, for me, I was not getting periods regularly. Like I was only having like 9 to 10 periods a year.
Oh.
And but I was going into labor every time for the entire week.
Oh, Jesus. That's what it felt like though. Like just, and then God forbid one of those friggin' things would burst. Then I'm because I can't even function with the level of pain. And then you try to explain it to people and they'd be like, well, it's a period. And I'm like, no, it's not, it's a period.
No, I had so I've had 2 OBGYNs in my life. I had the one when we were just getting married, and it was a husband and wife practice. And shortly after we got married, his wife passed away and he sold the practice. And then I could not find a fucking OBGYN that was not baby obsessed.
Oh.
They were all fucking baby obsessed. I did finally in 2018. A wonderful doctor named Ajwavi Andel in Hagerstown. And she basically said, and so I'm now on birth control.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, so the labor is now scheduled. It's still labor. It is still bona fide labor simulator. It's there. That's where it is. But Dr. Adele was like, look, if your insurance would pay for it, I would schedule it right now, as far as a hysterectomy goes.
The fatigue that I had and continue to have post hysterectomy is real.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a thing that they don't talk about enough post hysterectomy is fatigue. I feel like they took my youth out with my uterus. I say that all the time. I feel like they took my youth.
That's you just described it completely. It reconnecting with my inner child has helped, but
I'm still just very weary a lot of the time. And it just is what it is. I don't, all that, but in some ways it's good because a lot of that energy led to a lot of passion, which would I'm very like, right. So that's come down. My temperament has come down a lot, but at the same time, I don't have the stamina that I used to have, which is very frustrating. And even a little bit of stamina I have now, I had to work really hard to get it back. So extremely frustrating.
Part of me is wondering this, that maybe you and Amanda both, the fact that you're still weary is your body resetting and resting from all of the years and decades of just complete agony and blood loss. So your body is just trying to reset itself and trying to restore itself.
Yeah, and I know we've talked about it before, and I honestly think it's true. Like, we couldn't get the rest properly when everything was going on, and now the body's like, oh, okay, now it's on Sleeping Beauty.
Right.
We're just staying in bed.
And the hormones, like the hormone imbalance, even though they check the labs, they say that the hormones are fine, but you naturally are making hormones when you have your uterus. And so when it's gone, you're no longer making those, hormones. So I feel like just that little bit of extra hormone boost, but I don't want to start estrogen. So it is what it is.
I can't do estrogen or anything like that. None of the HRTs. After my breast tumor was taken out because of the cervical cancer and the different precancers between my cervix and my uterus, and I still have my ovaries now. They're like, yeah, we don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
And that was from the oncologist I saw. So
yeah, no, that makes sense. We don't want to give estrogen positive cancers more estrogen.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. So I would do it tomorrow if I could.
If you can hold out and the birth control works for you, great. It didn't. It was like
all it's doing is scheduling the labor. Like, that's literally what it's doing.
That would be more acceptable. Part of why I went ahead with the hysterectomy so young was because it was so unhinged. It wasn't like I could know. I'd be at work and then I'd feel like somebody slammed their fist in the my stomach. And then I would be like,
that's what I
had to sit down. I had to use FMLA, intermittent FMLA, because I didn't know what months I would just be down for 3-4 days and not be able to get up.
yeah,
I could tell you that as soon as my period started, I was going to be out for 7 days.
See, and one of the last ones I had before I made the decision to have the surgery, I was eating, and I was still just me and Timmy living over in Largo, and I would went to go lay down in the bed. I was like, Jesus Christ. I sat up in bed and just projectile vomited across the room. Timmy lost his shit. He was like,
oh my God. My dad was constantly trying to call 911 on me.
Like, no.
They would have no idea if they had to do it.
Right.
No.
He just was flipping out. He was like, I'm like, just go into the living room. I'll be fine. I will clean it up. Just go. But that's I can't live like this. I was using narcotics during my periods because nothing was helping.
Right.
Nothing was working. The suppositories definitely helped.
Yes.
But if I was gushing blood, you can't get a suppository.
No, you can't.
And get it to hold.
No, you can't.
Sit on my head for an hour. It won't stay in.
No.
Right?
I can't even, when it's like that, I can't even get one in. It's just like,
right. It was, you could see it come sliding right back out as soon as you put it in, even with sitting down. So I'm like,
I am not going to waste this medicine.
Okay, these things ain't cheap and they're not easy to make, damn it. So yeah. I'm just gonna take an oxy because they're easy to get, and and just make do. And I do like you. I would crack them in half and use them with Motrin. But
that's where the biggest narco, like on top of the psoriatic arthritis, is that's where the narcodoses would really come in. Like if it was just the rheumatoid arthritis, that's where the 6-hour marker was coming in like clockwork.
Yeah.
But when it was PCOS time, it was every 4 hours, and there were times where I lost track of time. I couldn't remember where I took a dose. So I'm pretty sure there were times where I was taking full narco doses every 2 hours. Like it would not surprise me if that was happening.
Sure, I definitely was doing the same.
And I'm like, and I couldn't eat. Like I still
out.
can't eat. Like during that period week, I'll get like 1 or 2 bites of something in, like just enough to get my pills down and pray that they stay down.
It's rough.
Tough when
It's
everything's narrowed down to just every single breath. Like if you can just manage to live through every single breath and just get through it all.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I could do it tomorrow, I would.
Yeah.
But oh my God, Olga, it has been a wonderful time. Where can we find you besides our website, which I have pulled up, Ananda holisticianwellness.com. It will be in the description.
Thank you. You could also find me on Instagram. I have Ananda Holistics and Wellness on Instagram. Also, the Cannabis Nurse. That's my primary account on Instagram. That's where I post most of my education and stuff. Also Facebook, same, Ananda Holistics and Wellness and the Cannabis Nurse on Facebook, and TikTok, of course, until they get rid of it.
Oh man, I am so pissed about that.
We are all, because there
They
are
can't control it. They want
things that we could
control.
be fixing right now.
Google literally gives our shit away for free to everybody.
Facebook caused the whole the thing at the when they tried to that was Facebook.
Yeah.
But your focus is getting rid of TikTok.
And
really?
they're calling
because
it
God
the Chinese
forbid we say free
act. It's not. It's
And
not.
It's not even.
It's
They
not
did not
even.
These old men are so, especially Biden. He's been a public servant for his whole life, so he remembers the value of American propaganda being American owned and how powerful it is. TikTok is not American owned, so we see
but it is publicly owned.
Right.
There are 175 million of us on TikTok. There are tens of millions of us who have our businesses on TikTok. Okay, and then
they said only 10% of TikTok is the United States. Why the fuck would they sell it to the United States if only 10% of who's on the app is from the United States?
And the thing is, it's not Chinese owned. That's my biggest thing. It is not Chinese government owned.
I want to know what the Chinese gonna do to me that the United States government hasn't already done. Fuck out of here.
The one thing I thought
the Chinese government will give me fucking health care.
Crazy. I bust in my house and almost kill my son. That was the United States government.
Exactly.
That was them.
Like, what are the Chinese going to do? And what secrets do you think the Chinese are getting from us via TikTok?
And then they're going,
shit you think we're doing in our houses?
Information about Gaza. Oh, you mean the actual? Okay, this is where my journalist is coming out, and I'm going to smack some shit down.
Well, I saw that Motaz lost his Facebook account, right? And that's the idea. It has nothing to do with Chinese anything. What it has to do with is if they can't control the propaganda that you see, then they don't want you seeing anything.
Because how dare we join with our children and organize?
Right.
That's what they're afraid of.
They're not going to take care of us, so what else would we do?
But that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the people organizing and healing ourselves because they understand that we are educated, we are smart.
And it's harder to divide people. They have done a really good job of race wars are so stupid. Racism is the stupidest fucking thing
it is
has ever existed.
Really?
being terrified of somebody that can help you, being terrified of people that can actually do, you might have a cure to cancer, but you probably dropped a bomb on it in the past 3 months, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't care. It's so crazy. The things that you need to make this world run, we have, but y'all are too busy being racist. It don't make any sense.
And my
You know,
thing is on
something bad
TikTok.
happens to you, you'll go to anybody. When you're in the hospital and you're knocked out, you're not asking if the person that operates on you is of color, but then you'll go to the hospital and start being racist piece of shit.
Yeah. But my other thing is I have found, and Amanda can speak to this, I have found a huge amount of community. Because Amanda and I are pretty much the same. We're about as straight as a crooked arrow, as Amanda loves to say.
Yep, straight as a crooked arrow. I've been saying that for.
Yeah, but it's true. Like, we're not, but I have found so much community in the chronic illness, neurodivergence, trauma survivorship. I have found family and community there.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
I mean,
and like, there's a huge amount of found
that
family.
understands you, right? Like, that's your tribe. The people kind of have some similar experiences and understand what's going on.
And we've been able to compare symptoms and other shit like that and be like, oh, okay, so here's questions I'm going to ask my doctor. Here's, shit that we're bringing up. And that's what they want to crush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they won't, because
no, we're smarter.
Not just smarter, but like, I think kind of like the guy from Gold Leaf, I think there's a lot of white people that work on they work off of respectability politics, right? And they believe that you can do whatever the fuck you want to people as long as you're polite.
Yeah, no, that ain't how that works.
People like us, right? That are like,
we're gonna keep being kind.
But I will help you. I will give you the shirt off my back, but I'm gonna curse you while I do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go down to these ags. I'm like, you're too fucking old to be doing fentanyl, sir. The fuck? You're 65. You trying to die? Is that what we're doing? We trying to die? Because that's how you need to be talked to.
Right.
I can't be. Oh,
it reminded me. You saying I'm calling myself a professional.
I don't want to go to rehab. Oh, so you trying to die then? That. Well, I that's not necessary. What do you think happens after you? I said, sir, you came in here carrying your arm. It fell off because of the drugs, but you think somehow that's not going to do that to the rest of your organs, sir? Shut up.
That's kindness right there. That is kindness, because you're telling them what they need to hear so that they can begin the healing journey.
It doesn't have to be nice,
right? Like,
there's a huge difference between nice and kind. Huge difference.
And niceness is, you can keep niceness. Respectability politics are for the birds. I'm here to do the work.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
oh my God. Yeah. Everybody, if you're in the state of Maryland and you need a provider, contact Olga. Highly recommend. Amanda and I are already patients. I actually need, once this dental work and other shit gets paid down a little bit, because holy fuck, this has been an expensive year.
Already.
I'm going to need a prescription that only you can provide.
Yes. So you know where I am.
So I'm going to be hitting you up.
Yes, ma'am.
Later this year.
I will be here. And soon be taking insurance, hopefully by the time you need something. So
this ain't going to be covered by insurance. I promise you that.
Okay. Most appointments will be, though, regardless of what we're talking about.
I will forewarn you, Medicare and Medicare Advantage plans are a bitch and a half.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Yeah.
Reimbursement.
So that's what I have. Yeah, that's what I have. So that's what, it might just be easier for me to just give you money.
We're gonna work on the insurance thing though, because I want everybody to have accessibility. So
yes, I give you all of the good vibes and energy for that, because you are an awesome individual. We love you, and you deserve all of the success and flowers and crown. You have earned the crown a few million times over. And we are going to want to have you back once you get your insurances all lined up and you have that office space open. We're going to want you back so that you can promote it.
Yeah, show us off. Show it
Yeah.
off to us.
Show it off.
Definitely.
So yeah, links are going to be in the description. Olga, again, highly knowledgeable.
Best price in Maryland for your certificates.
Yes, exactly.
Cheap, cheap.
And research and prescription refills and primary care. She does it. She knows her stuff. Please listen to her when you make an appointment with her. 'Cause I don't know why.
She's mean, it's because she cares.
Yeah. So anyway,
we have to sometimes.
yeah. So I love you. Thank you for coming
Love
on.
Appreciate you.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much.
And
Take
we're
care.
we're gonna wrap it up here.
Because lunar eclipse.
Yeah, lunar
Right.
eclipse.
And I am gonna go figure out what to, nobody told me I was gonna have to figure out what to eat 3 times a day for the rest of my natural life.
It's so hard. So
I have
hard.
to feed myself like every day. Nobody tells you this. Nobody tells you this. So now I
That's
gotta
snacks on
feed
occasion.
And then
myself.
you have to find food that your body's actually gonna accept.
Oh my God, that won't make you feel like shit. That
Yeah.
you also want to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's
So
fine.
I love you. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse tonight.
Yay, ritual time.
Yes.
Witchy stuff.
Ritual time for you. I'm gonna take a gummy and hope I can sleep through this bullshit.
Well,
I'm gonna try and
for
do
me as
some of
well,
it.
please, Amanda, throw my name in there.
Yes,
Absolutely will.
absolutely.
Absolutely will. Taking care of like as many people as I can with this one because I've rested enough that I do have that excess for people right now.
Yes.
Think I did it on
Throw
purpose.
a few intentions in there for me, please. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. And for Melissa and Lydia as well. So let
Yes.
them know.
Absolutely.
So blessings on getting everything set up. Love you so much. You are amazing.
Y'all are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Amanda, both of you, of course, but Amanda has been there, like, she has been so supportive since day one. Me and Melissa talk about you all the time. All the time. Like, I hope she's doing well. I think about her. I hope she's okay. I hope she's a blessed person.
Melissa was
really
actually the
wasn't
one who
until-
got me my first certification.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. So, like, you
Aw.
guys are
Mhm.
friends and just dear to me. So,
Yes.
I'm here if you
Aw.
need me. Please. I'm horrible about responding, as you know. It's not personal. I'm just really
We are too.
Spicy brain.
right. So yeah, just hit me up or hit Lydia up if I don't hit you back. Okay.
All right.
Okay. You take care, sweetheart.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.